Hello everyone, Kim McGillis joining you live from Ontario. It is presently, I'm a little late, give me a second. A little late today. It wasn't Facebook not cooperating, it was my phone. The funny things that happen, right? Let's see. Ah, here I am. Just wanted to see myself, so sorry. Yeah, Facebook did not cooperate this morning. No, Facebook was cooperating. It's my phone that was not cooperating because apparently the switching around the landscape wasn't working and I just had to disable the feature. So it is September 21st. Here I am. It's Sunday. We're chill day. We enjoyed coffee this morning. We had to start our fireplace. Imagine that. 9 degrees Celsius. Yesterday I hosted my fall event, and you know when you plan, like there's a lot of planning that goes into it, and then things fall apart. Like I wanted to do it outside, could not even do it outside because it was about 4 degrees when we woke up, so I couldn't set the table outside, too cold, and that's in Celsius here. And then by 10 o'clock, I think it was like about 9 degrees, so still too cold to do that then. So I had to do it inside, so I added a second table, I switched things around, so did that. Then I had a light that kept flickering, so I had to jump on in the afternoon, take the light bulb off, switch it, try to do another one. It's like those that are like in the ceiling, and then it still flickered. And then my husband this morning is like, you want me to fix your light? I said, yes, please, because you know, it was pretty bad that little light was flickering. Well, not pretty bad, but just a little pain in the bum. So he comes down and the light is fine. So I was like, that's so weird. So that's what happened for yesterday. But it was pretty cute. And we made 4 cards in a box. It did last a little bit longer than we were predicting, but I do love it so much. Today I just want to feature traditions of Christmas. I just want to show a couple of projects, so we're going to do that. If you're watching live, please say hello. This is not my typical day, and like I said, we just walked the dog, we went out for breakfast. It was like a very chill morning, so the only thing is we had to wear this shirt today because it's so cool. So I am going to put you down, and we're going to talk about a little bit of our projects from this week. You see that I have a warm jacket this morning. I had on a sweater as well. Yeah, that's not too bad. Might not see your comment very long because I did not charge my other phone. Yeah, so not too bad. It's okay. So if you are watching live, say hello. Would love for you to know where you're watching from. And like I said, I'm a little later than what I predicted because of this phone. I know I should switch to another way, but I'm not there yet. Really not there yet. So the traditions of Christmas, like I indicated, is part of the mini catalog. It's on page 22. It has fabulous dies that coordinate with the greetings, the sentiments. Same thing, this coordinates with the paper. You could catch my replays from this week. I share a couple of tips on these. I think the first day, did I not do, I think it was this, and then I transformed it into a card, so home decor. Then I did this huge card with coordinating envelope, which is kind of fun, right? And then I showed you the babies. So I showed how to make this wreath. I like to take my stamp sets and bring them like outside of their box and comfort zone. So this is where I use this part right here. And then the next day, we made this card. So finally I decided, I couldn't decide on which labels from the collection to use, but I went with this one. And I do love the look of this. You could also, if you want more of a pop of color, add some red, but that was fun as well. And then today, I just want to show you another one. Bonjour, l'atelier des rêves qui me regarde en personne. Hi, Paul. Happy Sunday. My gosh, I haven't seen you in such a long time. And then I am part of the artisan design team, so I've been holding off. This is a different color, but I made this cute box so I could hold the tags since the collection had, and it coordinates a little bit with my card, right? Ooh, how fun is that? So this one is part of the same label, Traditions of Label, and a coordinating box. And then I just thought, why not make that box for mini cards, but also for the tags, so everything coordinates, right? So that's pretty cute. And then there is also a great piece, and I think I've uploaded them as well, where I added the photo of my husband and I, and then I find that this is kind of cute that you could just add photos, and these are rings that are also part of not this collection, but another one, which I could tag when I post on my blog. So my blog is kimmcgillis.com. Kind of fun that you could just add this picture, and then, you know, you share your story, what happened within the year. We've had a lot of stuff happen this past year. And then you could send a card to your relatives and friends, close friends, sharing what's happened and what you've done in the last year, and maybe what you're expecting for the next year to come, and that sort of thing. So that's kind of a fun thing that you can do. And this also is part of the Traditions of Christmas, the same coordinating designer series paper. So that's fun, but just in the tints of like one of the new, I think this is Secret Sea. I'm not too sure. Is it Secret Sea that they coordinated it with? Yes, it is. So the colors that they had was like cherry cobbler and the paper, real red, old olive, pool party, Secret Sea, and gold. So that's lots of fun. So, and then I made a bunch of minis. This one doesn't belong there, and coordinating tags. So this is the part that I wanted to share with you today. So I also transform not only in a wreath, but I transformed it into a Christmas tree. So the collection is so versatile, right? You could do so many things with it. So Paul is saying that he wasn't able to watch lives this week. It's okay, Paul. You know what? It was a kind of a crazy week this week. I don't know. So, and then you can make lots of them and then just add your greetings. So I have left to add a couple of greetings on these, but I still want to show you how to make that cute tree. So let's do that. So you'll need a piece of basic white this morning. And this one is 3 by 6, and then I just scored it at 3. And then I'm using the coordinating paper. If you want more of a bright red, you could flip it on this side. I'm gonna stick with my green today. So this is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And we were talking yesterday how the Stampin' Up! Blocks are so great, like to hold on to. Yesterday after my event, I pretty much picked up right away so I could craft today all day while Chris watches football, so that's good. I re-vacuumed. There was like mini glue dots and dimension papers everywhere. So let me just grab Old Olive for a second here. So this one is like an A block. I think it's around $9 Canadian. Very much worth it. You see how I could grip it on the side? Like that's perfect. Like it's kind of nice that you could grip that. So L'Atelier de Rêve has a question. These are the Stampin' Up! Cards, or you made the base of the cards? I made the base of my cards. I did make my base. I just used a designer series paper and I just added some cardstock in the background. Yeah, so they have, the blocks do have a very fun grip that you could just go like this. And we're gonna grab a scrap piece of basic white, quality of this paper is surreal. I really like it. And this is Old Olive, which I think is one of the most common color to use. If you're a beginner stamper, I suggest that you get Old Olive and Pool Party, super common color. Now, let's see if I could just tweak this a little bit closer. Here we go. I want you to see this. Okay, so now we're gonna start at our top here. And here we go. And then you're gonna go on the two sides and you will stamp over. See how in the middle, it's like it's a stem like in the middle. So we have two here, and then you're gonna go down and again, stamp on each side. You try to stay as close as possible. This time I didn't go as close as I wanted to since I'm stamping away. But this is how simple it is. And if ever you don't stamp close enough, it's okay to go and restamp. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you'll want to do 2 more. So 8 and 9. And I'm just going to add a little bit of ink in the middle, like I'm almost off stamping. And look how pretty this is. You have the foliage of different tones of the green, and it just looks fabulous. Now, of course, if you are stamping, you could do white on white, which I have this little piece here. This one is like a 2 1/4 by 2 1/2 because I did want to see our beautiful designer series paper. But because I'm doing it this way, this lady is gonna fussy cut. I don't know, l'Atelier de Rêve, where you come from. If you're from Canada, like me, then we do card bases in inches. But if you're from Europe, then your card bases might be, I think you go with a cardstock or that sort of thing. So, I think you're going also in centimeters, so that might be different, but my card base are typically 4 1/4 by 11, and then I score at 5 1/2 when I'm doing them up. And then if it's a baby card, like a mini card, then it would be a 3 by 6, and then I score at 3 inches, you know, like in the middle. So we could convert that if ever you're wondering. But I make my own. I love Stampin' Up cardstock. It is so sturdy and high quality. And we've had other companies that say how the quality of the cardstock is so good. So, and like we were chatting yesterday on my event, everything coordinates. Do you want to know what I made yesterday for the event? It was like we were using the toile, the autumn toile, and I made a purse with 4 cards to put in, so that was lots of fun. It had like that fall theme and rich colors, which I just wanted to highlight that collection. So you see how cute this is? It's just gonna come right here. And then what I did is l'Atelier de Rêve is from France, near Switzerland. Well, I have family in France because my mom was born in Amsterdam, and so we have all our family that way, and then we have family in Belgium and en France. But my grandparents passed away, so I don't know who's where what. Okay, so now this is also part of the designer series paper. I would say go 1 inch by 3/4 maybe. Let's do 1 inch by 3/4. That might be slightly too big, maybe, or 3/4 by 3/4. Let's try that. I think I prefer this one. So 3/4 by 3/4. And we're just gonna layer this like this. And then if you grab another piece, you could lay it right on top to make your little jar. This one I might do a little wider. Let's see. Yeah, let's snip a smaller piece. So I'm just going like 1/4 inch. My goodness, we went to the restaurant this morning and we're not used to salt here. So you'll probably want 1 inch, 1/4 inch by 1 inch. And it does like this cute little pot. I don't know if you could see it from there, but it's like a little container. Let me just grab my mini glue dot. Could use the green glue too. There you go. So this is like a cute box to lay my little tree in there. How fun is that? And it's just gonna sit on right here. I just love that it blends and there's more than one color. Okay, so now if you find the background too white, we could add some color there too. I like to use a blending brush. If you don't want to use a blending brush, that is okay, up to you, but I am adding a little bit of green in my background because I love to do that, but you don't have to. And I'm still gonna flick my green as well, little specks. There are stamp sets I could do that, but I'm using my Foliage Sauvage Light Mossy Meadow blend. And then we're just gonna mount it. It just makes it stand out a little much better, like it's like a pop-up. Again, I'm on bones of dimensionals, meaning I'm using the sides of my dimensionals again. You know you're a big stamper when you've used pretty much all your stash of dimensionals. Wreath. And now just with this little piece right here, we're making a mini Christmas tree. Now the collection has these traditional sparkling sequins. So now I'm gonna add these to the Christmas tree. And you could use the small ones, some big ones, and you just decorate your tree. So this is really ways of using, actually, let's do a medium one, your stamp set and going outside of your comfort, right? Like doing different things. Let's see. Look at that. Like how cute is this? And now we could also add a traditional bow or whichever. Like if you could add whichever. And then the collection has beautiful tags, which that's what I've been using to build my and embellish the inside of my box. So here are all the different tags. So there are lots of them. Normally I punch them out. I should have done that, but it's been like so crazy busy with my event that I didn't punch them out. But these are the ones. There's 7 of them. So it's kind of fun, right? 7 of these. And then I did the same thing with this little tag. Like how adorable. You could give somebody a great gift of mini cards with the coordinating. tags and boxes. This one is another one. Like, I decided to tie these. You could just put them on the gifts. Then I wanted to show the beautiful flowers that are part of the collection. So that's another one. And then you make, this is the one that I made. See here, I added the tiny bow, so that's very cute too. And the collection is fun, so fun. Like so many of them, I made piles of them. Put a divider. You could make envelopes with your paper. We talked about that. This is from the coordinating embossing folder. I still have to add a little greeting on here. Maybe we could use one of the Christmases that I've added. And then you just create and start playing them. So have fun. I don't know if you make your labels for Christmas, but you might want to do that. Like make lots and lots of labels. See here, we'll just cut, that's the Christmas word from the coordinating stamp set. So as soon as I had this collection in my hands, I knew I had to make a greeting card with Chris and I on there. Like, there's so much you could do, like, and make those tags and boxes. Somebody asked me a question earlier, I think it was on Instagram, or I can't remember, or my Facebook, like, how do you decide the size of your box? Really, measure what you're making. Like, for me, I wanted to ensure that I could fit a tag and a mini card. So my mini cards fit comfortably here, and then my tags fit comfortably on this side, and then I just build 1 inch on each side around it. So it's fun for that, and then you could just lay them all and make little pretty packages. Lynn is saying, Kim, these are so pretty. I will post them. And you know what? Like, I know I've been downstairs. Like, it's a very hardest place to do my lives. Like, it's not cooperative as much as when I'm upstairs. So I might just refilm these for sure. So here's the, like, this font, so cute. Like, so cute. I don't even have room to show you everything that I made with this collection. That's how nuts it is. And then today, I'm going to work with another collection. Another beautiful collection. So here we go. Like, just adding these greetings and building on makes it you could make so many beautiful and easy cards with the entire collection. But I got to play with another one. So yesterday, I'm going to give you a sneak peek from yesterday. I made a cute purse. And inside, everybody got to make 4 cards. So it was lots of fun. So that was yesterday's event. And the purse is pretty sturdy. So I think they loved it. And then we added Velcro where all the cards could go on the inside. And my color theme was early espresso and gray granite and pecan pie, and I just used the coordinating paper. It was lots and lots of fun. Let's see if I could zoom out a little bit. Here, maybe you'll get to see it a little better here. So they enjoyed making these, and fall is my favorite season, so it was a great package. Yeah, you get to see it a little bit better now. So the Velcro, the cards go in, the envelopes go in, and this makes a fabulous gift. Everybody left with a bunch of products, a special little gift for them to embellish. So it was a truly wonderful event. If you are one of my customers from Canada, when you do shop with me this week, and I saw so many of you that took advantage of the sale, you will get in the mail some mini cards and tags. I cannot do the stamping for you, but I could still send you the content as well as the box for you to assemble. And I actually forgot to share. The box part, I think, is one of my favorite parts, because I did my watercolor technique that I love to do, and then I just find like it's a big bouquet of cards or whatever, and then it coordinates with this. And then if I wanted to, this box could contain 4 cards, and you can make them all the same. It would be a very pretty kit, right? So you could do that too. So it's fun and festive. So now I'm gonna go help my husband vacuum. Riley is shedding her summer coat, so it's pretty crazy right now in our house. I feel like there's like little balls of white fur. So we're gonna go clean the house, and then this afternoon I'm stamping with a new collection. So I just need to submit some projects, and I have to do that. I'm a little behind, and I have some tutorials to work on too. So enjoy your day, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.